as promised, every stage that France makes it in the Euros, I'm going to do a new French rap video. And whatever country happens to beat them, maybe it'll be, I don't know, Slovenia or Portugal or even England, I will do a review of one of their country's rap albums as well. And so, we made it. We made it just by Belgium. And I want to talk about a song that I discovered while doing some research. I'm teaching this class on French hip hop. I've taught it many times. I'm trying to stay current. And I looked up all of these songs. And the thing is, this is a problem I have with a lot of French rap, is often there's just too much kind of like reggaeton, sort of like Afro beady, like style rhythms, too much auto tune. So when I discover stuff that isn't that, I get pretty excited. Now, in reality, I need to get used to that new style and not be such an old head. But fortunately, I found this song by an artist named Laylow. The song is called Dogz with a Z, in the studio. And it's a song that I absolutely love. I played it for my son, and he was like, Dad, you have to play this. People have to hear this song. People will love this song. I played it for my daughter. She said, you have to hear this song. Everyone will love this song. I played it for my wife. She said, please stop. This is too aggravating. I don't really like this. It's raw. It's mean. It's chaotic. It is rap as punk as well as rap can be punk. And when I announced on my Instagram and on my YouTube page, I did get some interesting reactions to it. And I want to share a couple of those before we get to the song. I am actually going to play the entire song for you, which means I'm going to be not monetized at all, but I don't care. I just want to share this with you, okay? So this was the first response that I got from these two people. Oh, but this song is, you can read it, and Professor, we have a problem in France. I want to take these comments one by one. First one, I understand. I don't blame you if you think this song is bad. I think part of the reason it's trying to be so challenging is it succeeds, okay? So, okay, it's challenging. And then, Professor, we have a problem in France. Now, I don't know if that's just because France has an excellent backline, the best backline I've maybe ever seen in any competitive sport. Unbelievable. They have a great midfield, but they have these clowns up front. These like absolute nobodies, like Mbappe and like Gray Man and all these people who can't get a goal for anything. So I don't know. They need to get some kind of better high profile strikers. So I thought maybe that's what he meant. But the thing is, if you're not following politics, France is also this close from fully electing a fascist government. And yeah, I get political on this channel sometimes. For as long as I've been studying France, there has been an anti-immigrant group of right-wing fascists who have been very close to getting power. And part of the reason I support the French national team is because they represent the real France, which is cosmopolitan, which is multiracial, which is black, white, Boer, Jewish, everything, okay? It's not just one idea of France. And realistically, the internet's going to win, and it's going to wipe out all humanity, and it's going to happen through right-wing populism, and we appear to be on a collision course in every single major country in the world for that. I don't know. I got too political. But do you know what that makes me want to do? That makes me want to break something. That makes me want to spit in your face. That makes me want to kick over a lamp and have it fall and have the glass bulb smash. And I want there to be a small electrical fire. And I want to put that fire out by grabbing a jar of pickles and smashing it on the table and dumping the vinegar water all over that fire till the entire house blows up. I want music that can make me feel like that. That is what Dogz in the Studio makes me feel like. It is divisive. It is a lot like Yeezus, the way that it sounds. Now, it's interesting. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to stop talking. Let's just watch the video. We're going to watch it a total of 2 times, okay? One time, and then I'm going to go through the lyrics, and then another time. It's a 2-minute song. But if this video doesn't move you, I don't blame you. You might just like things that are a little bit calmer. You might not want like music that makes you want to break lamps and pour pickle juice on it. All right, if that's not your steez, do something else, should you please. Okay, so I'm going to share the sound on this. We're going to listen together. I'm recording upstairs. I don't even know. The Portugal game is going into extra time right now, but my schedule is so busy that I just can't get time to record anything. So I have to sit on the floor in my bedroom, monkeying around with my damn headphones. Now I'm getting really grumpy. All right. Let's go. The internet, the goblins. The goblins wouldn't let me release it. So you're just gonna have to click on the thing up there to watch it on your own. I'm sorry. I tried to share it with you. I tried to give them all the money, but the goblins, the copyright goblins, they come after me and they said it would be blocked in all countries. And if I tried to say I had the right to show it, then they would potentially delete my entire channel. That's not punk. So let me tell you what you're going to see. You're going to see a whole bunch of people, like these three dudes, mainly this one rapper, and he's in a warehouse, and then he's just spitting out these nasty rhymes over this terribly awesome grimy beat, and there's these dogs all over the place, and he's like smashing computers, and then this lady shows up, and she's not wearing underclothes, and she like just starts drinking and spitting and crashing and throwing stuff, and there's just all this great awesome punk energy which I can't recreate in my closet. All right, I can try. Ooh, crazy, but I can't do it. You have to watch it. All right, so did you watch it? It was awesome. All right, I'm so disappointed. YouTube makes it so hard to appreciate this art and to share it. Nouveau punk. Not feel it. Were you expecting the Cabbage Patch Kids to come in there at the end? So, all right, let's go through this. First of all, it is a lot like Yeezus because it's divisive. I called it the French Yeezus. It's divisive. It's an artist who doesn't always sound like this. If you go through Laylow's discography, he does a lot of different things. Like all those things I said I don't necessarily like rap artists doing. He's done those things. He's also done more grimy things. He has a really wide spectrum. Okay. So that's why I find the song interesting, because don't forget that Yeezus itself was Kanye going in a different direction. Now I called this a French Yeezus, and if you're a good student of this channel, if you're a good student of hip hop and a good student of Kanye, you will know that calling something French Yeezus is redundant. Yeezus is already French. It's already French. Recorded largely in a Parisian hotel, inspired by going to the Louvre, which is right next to his hotel. Totally inspired by Le Corbusier, the great architect who basically made so much great architecture that was then imitated very poorly. A very complicated figure. If you ever get to go to Marseille, first of all, go to Marseille. It's the greatest, one of the greatest cities in the whole world. If you end up going to an Olympique de Marseille game, you can see La Cité Radieuse, which is this place that Le Corbusier made. It's his whole plan actually executed in a beautiful way. You'll understand it. But you know, Kanye was obsessed. And then who does he work with on Yeezus? Who are the primary collaborators? Not primary collaborators. Two of the primary collaborators are Daft Punk and Gesaffelstein. All right. So the fact that these drum sounds, the fact that this reminds you of Kanye makes a lot of sense. But I think in a lot of ways this goes further. I think this is grimier. I think that this is more punk. The way that it gets so angry. Now, who is this guy? This guy, he's just a dude from Toulouse. Toulouse is a little city there in the south of France. I once waited in Toulouse. I was there for 8 hours. I had to catch a train. It's where the writer of Le Petit Prince is from. It's a nice city. The 8 hours I was there. His dad is a professor. His dad's a French professor. His dad is a French professor of French. That's pretty cool. You know, a lot of great stories there. Like many French rappers, his parents are not of European origins. They're Tunisian and from the Ivory Coast. And that is a great reflection of the reality of France. And in my opinion, this song makes me feel that kind of anger that I feel like when I feel where my country's going right now, the United States of America, when I hear what the Supreme Court is doing, when I think about what's going to happen in November, I just want to just be, right? We need music like this. We need music like this that's this angry and great. Now, I'm not going to leave you without the lyrics. So let's get to the lyrics. Let's pull up lyricgenius.net/Dogz in the studio. Wait a minute now. I thought I had the lyrics up here. It's okay. You can wait. Genius Dogz in the studio. Okay, I'm going to take you through the lyrics so that you can understand what it is. Now, some of it's in English. Okay. All right. So let's go and let's share this. I drink your milkshake. All right. Please ignore the advertisements. I am not, this cannot be monetized. All right. So we're kind of stuck on there, but I wanted to play the song for you so you could actually hear it. Okay. So, now I don't even know if I should say these three letters. The next two letters are RE. That is the old French word for people with brown or black skin. It is essentially the N word in French, although it is softer than the N word in English, the way that it is used. Okay, but he's shortening it to one syllable. It'd be like saying like NIG as just the entire word. Okay. So who is the that? Who is the goat? Who is the Dogz? I don't know why he calls himself Dogz, but that's what he calls himself. I think it's just to get that sense of anger and emotion, like a Doberman. 40 dogs jump on your chick. Meuf is French reverse slang called verlan. It's supposed to be femme, so your woman becomes nam wow, so it becomes meuf. Jump like Tony Hawk, but who wants the new drug? New punk. He keeps on calling himself New Punk. This reminds me strongly of a great song called Lady Coca-Cola by Metal Urbain, which is one of these French punk songs from the early 80s that just drove everybody crazy. Everybody hates this song, but I love it. One verse. She shows her titties. She wants new things. She wants a new stunt. She wants new positions. And now take always the same position. I go through all of my ceilings. It's like that for my effing condition. And then he changes his flow entirely and does that weird thing where he says, mic check. We have to listen to the thoughts of the goons, the sound of the chains. While we're talking, another glass around tieb. Tieb is like this Senegalese, this West African food. I think if I click on here, it'll show you what it looks like. Yeah, it's a traditional food. There it is. Tieboudin. Teboudien. Okay, we're talking rice and fish. Okay, this is important. This is part of what makes French rap so fascinating. It is directly connected to the immigrant experience, which is not the same thing as American rap because American rap is not centered on the immigrant experience, right? We've talked about this a lot on the channel, and it's great. And it's all these different ways this comes through. I'm just jumping all over the place here. With a check, they're redoing the world, they're redoing rap, they're redoing your schneck. I don't know. Can someone please help me out? Some French person is watching this. Help me out. I looked it up. I couldn't figure it out. Nouveau punk, new punk. She shows titties. The industry uses us, then we use it. Who is utilizing who? But who is she? Who is the master? Who is the N word? Who is the N word? Who is the goat? Who is the dogs? 40 dogs jump on your chick, jump like Tony Hawk, but who wants the new drug? And then it becomes this weird magical song, this weird R&B song out of nowhere. They think that I'm crazy. They think I know. They think no, they think they think that I am crazy. I know they think I'm crazy. We will never agree. You can show them your vision. They think that I am crazy. I know they think I'm crazy. And you're right. And then just nouveau punk, new punk. All right. So this is my French song for you. Tell me if you like it. Tell me if you hate it. We're going to watch it again because it's only 2 minutes long. And listen, they can only hang you once. They can only demonetize me once. So I'm just going to show this and all the money will go to Laylow. So I don't know if his new project, is going to be like this, sort of in this vein. That'd be pretty sweet if it were. If it's not, I don't know, but I'm going to keep checking it out and I'm going to assign this to my class next year. Okay, next semester, they're going to be watching. Appreciate this video, just the simplicity of this video, this basically one shot, this Gaspar Noé madness of just these people, and the studio itself is just like roped off and just painted off this little tiny section, just this energy. It's not like there's no budget because they had to put all the stuff there and they had to get that big screen, right? Like they're able to create this aesthetic so perfectly because it looks like a studio, it looks like a music studio, but it's just in the middle of this warehouse. Also, this is co-produced by one of the guys who produced a lot of that Ramona Park album by Vince Staples, okay? And it's produced by a couple of white guys. And that's one of the great things about French rap from the very beginning. It's always been mixed. It's always been black, beurre blanc, which means black, Arab, and white. It's always been this mixture, all the creating this whole feeling together, right? Damn it, just get into it. I start breaking everything. This also reminds me of probably the best, most disturbing video in the history of music videos, Stress by Romain Gavras. How do you even pronounce? I never actually said his name out loud. Um, but for Justice, the video for Stress, it's very complicated. You literally have to take an entire class on the current geopolitical situation in France to understand why that video is not terrible and racist, to understand it as satire. It's very complicated. This has a lot of kind of very similar crazy energy, just crazy, just this energy, you know? And to be fair, you know, it is a little sexist. You know, you just have the woman there and she's just there to, you know, be running around, and the lyrics aren't, you know, particularly progressive, right? This isn't a political song. This is just like a just break shit song, you know? Not like Limp Bizkit. This left turn with the singing Cabbage Patch Dolls is just so goddamn amazing. If you don't share this with someone else, you're gonna get ringed. You know that show, The Ring, you know that movie, The Ring, where you have like 8 days to live? Like if you don't share this within 8 days, you're gonna hit your ankles really hard on a table. Like you're gonna be like, damn, Professor Skye was right. I needed to share Dogz in the Studio by Laylow, or I'm just going to keep hitting my shins. Who could expect this turn in the video? So there we go. There we go. What do you think of the song? What do you think of the video? What do you think of my sweet French soccer ball? The thing I showed up there is it says, "Nos différences nous unissent." Our differences unite us. Hopeful. Hopeful thinking, French Federation of Football. Let's hope the French electorate holds up to it. All right. Till next time. Nouveau Punk. That's the game.